Hi there. So I just wanted to do a video real quickly on what I think of like astrology and numerology and gematria. Basically, gematria is what I was going to briefly define and let you know, because people may not know what it is. Well, not a lot of people cover it. There is a guy that covers it. His name's Zach Hubbard, and he does like a gematria thing every day, and I'll link his channel. He does a really good job. He's funny too, so he's just kind of dry, but anyways, he does break down daily headlines and how they are encoded with these numbers. And astrology, I feel that it is the program for our avatar's personality, like depending on your astrology, that you're going to have certain personality traits you have to deal with in this body. I think some of the things that I have to deal with, like, with my spirit and stuff, don't feel like me. They feel like they're part of this personality, if that makes sense. And it's like I can't control certain things. Or you had to learn to control certain aspects of your personality too. Like things that were like born in you that you wanted to change because you didn't feel as if that were part of you. Now, numerology, that seems to be like part of how, like our name, and it's like how the Matrix encodes reality is with these numbers. It's like somebody typed the Bible into a computer and it came out as like perfect numeric code or something in Hebrew when they typed it in Hebrew. And it's like I feel like numeric codes generate certain events, like you got the numerology, you got your life path numbers. Depending on your number, you may have you might have a life of luck or hardships. You might be one to have a path of includes a lot of helping others, or you may need assistance from others. And there are several different life paths, like at least each digit, 1 through 9, has a life path. There might be more. I don't know. I don't know much about numerology. But it just does seem like it's like a script. And it's either you start out with it, or it's a way for the Matrix to generate, say, experiences for you using your name. Like, if you're a life path 6, it's like, oh, okay, well, let's have this happen to her. Or if you're this, let's have this happen to her. And then if you change now you can change your name the way it's spelled, and it's supposed to help change your script. I don't know. Okay. And then gematria. Now, gematria, people may not know a lot about that. Okay, so the definition is, well, I had it. Okay, it's an alphanumeric code of assigning a numerical value to a name, word, or phrase based on its letters. And a single word can yield multiple values depending on the cipher used. So the cipher is the type of encoding. So one way is the Pythagorean method. And this is just where A through Z is you go 1 through 9, and then A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then so to add up something, so we got George W. Bush. So you take 3 plus 5 plus 7, and you get 25, and then W 6, and then Bush adds to 16, and is 47, and then is 11. Now, with 9/11, the number 11 appears a lot. So does the number 77. It is no coincidence that 9/11 was introduced as the emergency code, and then that this happened on 9/11, 33 years after the 9/11. It was 1968 when it was introduced as the emergency code, and it was 33 years after that 9/11 happened. It was also the 1968 Israeli shekel that has like 2 bomb-looking things, but they look like 2 towers with a plane coming towards them. So the gematria around the 11 here with 9/11. So the day of the attack, 9/11, each building had 110 stories, which has an 11 in it. After September 11th, there are 111 days left at the end of the year. And then September 11th, obviously, is an 11. It's the 254th day of the year, which 2 plus 5 plus 4 also adds to 11. Twin towers looks like the number 11, standing side by side. The first plane to hit the towers was Flight 11, and then there's also a lot of 77s, and Flight 77 was another one. New York City has 11 letters. Afghanistan has 11 letters. The Pentagon has 11 letters. Flight 11, there were 92 on board. 9 plus 2 is 11. Flight 11 had 11 crew members on board. And Flight 77 had 65 on board, which adds to 11. So, there's a lot of 11s. 33 is another favored number. So is 42. So my question is, you got to think, the mainstream news is written by, one person? I mean, you got the Associated Press, which, a lot of news comes from there. And then there's a couple other sources. So, is that really just some AI machine that spits out information and it's already encoded? Or, are editors of papers told, you need to make these headlines add to 147 if they involve this event? Or you need to use words that add to this? Or what? It's just weird. It's just weird how it's done. But it seems to be a way of encoding reality, on a mass scale, a mass scale way of manipulating words around an event to influence the outcome. So then, you could have, there are certain meanings associated with certain numbers, and so that may make the event go a certain way. It could be part of the energy harvesting. It's definitely a ritualistic behavior to encode all these, to make sure that you use words that add to this. That just seems incredibly difficult. Are they told to make headlines do this? Or, do we have a machine spitting out news? I don't know. It seems to be a huge amount of calculation. But, is it all headlines? I don't know if all headlines add to specific things. But it's these big events, it's as if the media released around those have these numbers encoded into them. So that's called Gematria. And I will link that one guy's channel, so if you want to learn more about how it's done. But to me, astrology, numerology, and gematria is just more evidence that this is a programmed reality, that somebody's controlling it. May not be a someone, it may be an artificial intelligence, but it's programmed, and it just doesn't seem like it's real. Might be based on something real, but I don't know. It's just very strange. Have a great day.